Good morning, buongiorno, buenas noches. Welcome to Life Lessons Straight Up with a Twist. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and grateful that you are here with me today. Now, as a reminder, this podcast is unedited because life is unedited. As always, we'll get started with a question, and whatever activity you engage in for self-reflection and introspection, please feel free to do. So whether that's writing in a journal, recording yourself saying the questions out loud, and then recording your responses, do whatever works best for you. So today's first question is, what do I sell? What do I sell? So there's a marketing activity that I love. It's anything marketing, really, I'm very interested in. But it basically takes three brands. The number of brands doesn't matter, but you take a number of brands that you either love or you really, you would even consider yourself an advocate of, or you're just really interested in what they're doing, right? So brands that you actually connect with. And you ask yourself, what do they sell? And so I'll give you an example of this with the brands that I sell, the brands that I sell, the brands that I chose. So the first brand that I really resonate with, just their marketing and just their overall image, is Nike. So Nike, if we say, what does Nike sell? Nike sells shoes, Nike sells apparel, et cetera, et cetera. But what does Nike really sell? Nike really sells courage. So if you do the same thing when you think about Amazon, what does Amazon sell? Amazon sells product, everything, right? Goods for your house, anything that you possibly would need, apparel, all these types of things. But what does Amazon really sell? Amazon really sells convenience. You think about Apple. What does Apple sell? Electronics, technology, services. Now they do Apple TV, etc. What does Apple really sell? Status. So I really love doing this activity because, one, it gets you really thinking about what you know versus that underlying layer of what's really going on. And the challenge here is really to think about this from your point of view as, what do you sell? And when you think about yourself selling, I'm not talking about you having a business. I'm talking about you as a business. You are a product. You are a service, right? In the workforce, you yourself as a brand, that's the kind of world we live in, right? You are selling yourself. Whether you like to hear that term or not, obviously use another word that resonates with you if you kind of feel like selling it yourself sounds weird. The point is, every person you interact with, right, from the people on the street to the people you work with, to your friends, family, potential employers, you are going to sell yourself. You're going to have to, whether you want to say convince them to, hire you, convince them to be your friend, convince them to smile at you, whatever the case may be. So I really enjoy this activity, and this has really helped me a lot when I'm thinking about value. So when you go back to, like, let's say Nike, because that's one of my favorite brands. When I'm saying Nike sells courage, what that also lets us know is the customers that actually stay with Nike, what they value is courage. The customers of Amazon, what they value is convenience. So when I was thinking about myself and my personal brand, especially as I'm looking at, the services that I'm trying to provide over the next few years as I'm building this business as my own, right? What I sell, what I actually sell on this podcast, on any workshop that I'm hosting, on online course, doesn't matter what it is. What I sell as my personal brand is perspective, right? So what that means is the people that are coming to me, the people that I am meant to serve, value perspective. So really give yourself a chance to dig into this and explore this. You can definitely extend this a little bit as thinking about yourself as an experience, right? I joke around with people all the time, but I really like to think of myself as a five-star restaurant, right? What do you get at a five-star restaurant? It's everything, right? It's the ambiance, the customer service, it's all the things. So from the moment that I lock eyes with someone to the end of the conversation, you know that or I am working towards letting them know and making sure that they feel seen. I am asking questions for clarification. I am listening with the goal of understanding whatever it is that they're talking about. So they're going to be seen. They're going to feel heard. They're going to feel this happiness, this fulfillment of, wow, this was an amazing experience. That's the type of service, because I think of myself as a service. That's the type of service I provide. So that doesn't matter if it's a person off the street, if it's a coworker, if it's a friend or family member. That experience that I am delivering within that interaction is a 5-star experience. So really think about this, especially if you are looking to switch jobs. You know, a lot of shifting has come with COVID, right? A lot of pivoting. Really think about this as more, get creative and really explore these questions in more of a creative way. Because when you're really able to articulate who you are and what you sell in this way, it gives you so much confidence and really lets you, almost confirms how much you value yourself. Because if you're able to articulate what you bring to the table and who you are and what you value, that's going to come through to that other person. It's honestly going to inspire that other person or the other people that interact with you. So really excited about this one. This is a fun activity, and I know that we went over a few questions like we always do, but definitely explore these. Have a good time with these questions. And thank you, as always. Thank you so much for listening. Please rate, review, share this with someone if you found it was helpful for you. Please share it. And until next time, take care.